Greetings, fellow golf clashers, and welcome to the Vintage Open Expert Playthrough Guide. We're going to start off, obviously, with hole number 1 here. A couple of exciting upgrades for me on my alternate account here. You can see I've just upgraded to a Thor's Hammer level 6. It's an unbelievable driver. Can't wait to give it a run in this tournament. Should help me out. It's the exact same driver that I use for the most part on my main account. So really looking forward to being able to play this tournament with that driver. The drive here, we're going to aim for that little spot there on the right, and we're going to play it at a plus 20% adjustment with just about a half a ball of curl. You don't want to curl it too much. You'll catch the rough on the right. You can see that the wind pushed it quite a bit more than I thought it was going to. I have a little snapshot here of where my aim point was versus where the ball ended up going, and that's why I think we're going to play this at plus 20%. You can see right there where my aim point was, and then where it bounced there was almost in the rough. So that pushed it almost 8 rings. And so, like I said, we're going to be playing that at a plus 20% adjustment. This is my opponent's shot. You can see that he, in addition to hitting it good right, he used quite a bit more curl, and that's just kind of the danger of what's going to happen. If you use too much curl, you're going to end up over in the trap there. So for my second attempt on my main account here, I did adjust. I had a little bit less wind, but we're going to go with full topspin and a 3.5 or so to the right, and like I said, about a half a ball of curl, and just try and get it down there so that we'll have a wedge for an eagle. This definitely is a hole that you're going to want to eagle at least once, if not both times, in the opening and weekend rounds. And it should be an easy enough way to do it if you just give yourself a wedge, a nice short wedge with a good drive. So you really want to hit your drive nicely. You do have to use a little bit of overpower, and I would suggest using a power 3 ball. I'm going with a Kingmaker. I would suggest using that, but you can use a Titan as well. If you don't have very many Kingmakers, you can do that as well. So with that adjustment, I was a little bit further away from the rough there. Ended up being a little bit better drive. 377 versus 379 yards, very similar. So that's about what we're looking for with our drive there. And after that, it'll set us up nicely for this wedge here. I would suggest using some topspin and putting it basically right after the fringe on the green here, and using topspin to get your ball guideline right up there to the hole. I don't really use the ring system when I'm hitting wedge shots. For whatever reason, I just seem to have better success if I'm just kind of playing it by feel. So I'm going to adjust for the left a little bit and hit it perfect and find a nice eagle here to get things going. I did the same thing with my other one. The wind variance seems to be cranked up a notch. They seem to have been doing that the last couple tournaments. So you'll notice my first shot was 8.5, and I think this one is like 7.1. Yeah, so and it was quite a bit less on my drive as well. So the variance is up there. So just be careful of that and make your adjustments and hit it perfect and hope for the best. You definitely want to get the eagle here. It's a very eagleable hole, so you definitely want to try and do that. Just don't use too much curl on your drive or you end up in the rough or the trap, and get it down there for a nice easy wedge right here.